Hello everyone, today I would like to talk about information overload. Not just your usual information overload in regards to finance, politics, technology, friends, gossip, entertainment. Because in the spiritual world also have their own form of information overload that everyone can suffer from time to time because they keep consuming too much information, knowledge, wisdom, channeling, but they don't really have enough time to actually digest, integrate what they have learned and actually embody them. So I will tell you some example of what these can look like, right, from the spiritual perspective and overconsumption of them. So for instance, in spirituality, you got like spiritual podcasts. The most notable one are like Next Level Soul and a few others that is quite popular nowadays. Many people are on topics. Then you got channeling from different entity, from angelic to archangel to ascended masters to source himself, all kind of channelings. Then you got energy reading like tarot card reading, energy forecasting of the week, of the month. Then you got predictions, prophecy, timeline shifting. Then it comes to alien, extraterrestrials, or galactic family or soul family, whatever your flavor is, right? Then you get angelic messages that is usually daily, weekly, or monthly. So they want to hook you up to daily updates and what's happening. Then you got spiritual AI essays. Then you got teaching, guidance, practices that you can adopt and do, meditation, breath work, like languages, all kind of information, knowledge, wisdom, and practices. All are very beautiful, but take it in moderation. But most of the time, we are always overconsumed, taking too much, leading to indigestion issue, bloating, delay, procrastination, and all the bad stuff that comes from overconsumption of things. Like food is an issue. This one is more about the mental stuff, as in information and knowledge. So that's not too good for the health. That you should have a good information load, as in moderation intake, and not overconsume of all this that's being offered now online. So what kind of mode of transport and format usually come from? I mean, like, they usually come in the form of news, videos, shorts, reels, articles, blog posts, books, magazine, all format that the mainstream uses for finance, information, politics, right? They come through the same tube channel, but it's just the content is different compared to what was usually is, right? So overconsumption can actually lead to analysis paralysis because you have too many viewpoints, too many perspectives, too many opinions. You have scattered thinking. You can't really integrate them or actually see them from a highest perspective in such a relatively short time if you do not spend any time to actually really digest the information, integrate it, and actually embody the whole thing, as in live the information, live through every breath, every waking moment, every decision. That's very important. So another thing that is not too good when you do overconsumption of spiritual information can lead to procrastination and great delay in your own personal growth journey. So because you all consume too many information, your head feels so heavy that it cannot go on anymore. It just delay. So take whatever you need, process it, integrate it, embody it. That's what's the message I'm trying to push out. Having access to spiritual information, knowledge, and all this good stuff and wisdom, right, are all good, but take it in moderation. Take it of what you can handle at this moment right now. Not doing it overly, as in overconsumption, because you're not collecting Pokemon cards. You're not collecting wisdom for a rainy day. You're not collecting a portfolio of real estate. You're not trying to store money like you're storing money in your bank account. Like information, knowledge, wisdom will come when you need it, as you need it at that moment. But we have built machines like YouTube's, Instagrams, all the online courses that we can always consume and overconsume every day, 24 hours a day, making it very easy to access, but also very easy to abuse and get addicted to. So watch out for that, okay? So how do you know when it is enough? You usually have a gut feeling that to tell you that it's enough to stop, it's enough to not go overboard, it's enough that you need to actually digest it. They usually come as a thought or a form of energy to actually slow you down, to actually stop you from actually clicking. Things actually does not get any entangled, as in when a video that you thought you might be interested last time will become disinterested as the video thumbnail come or the post come. You would have less likely to actually click on them, right? So there's a pushing away from further consumption. There's a stoppage, energy stopping you, right? This is how I actually feel and process in my reality. Your guides usually give you the synchronicity and the signs to ask you to stop when you actually consume too much, and yet you actually have some digestion issues. Like right now, I just have eaten my lunch. I'm still very full when I'm recording this. So, actions that you can take right now. Close all the browser tabs that you have open and has been hanging there for quite some time right now. Close it. If you don't consume it now, it means that it's not important, it's not for you right now at this instant. Close it. If you have some books laying around, gathering dust in a corner somewhere, clean it up, put it to your bookshelf and let it be. When it's time to come, you know which book to get and get the information from. Go on to a slim information diet. Don't go over consumption or addiction again. Just cut it down until you have one or two or maybe nothing, depending on where you are at your progression. And most importantly, digest what you have been given, integrate them and embody them. Practice what you have learned and acquire. Do not relegate it to the parts of your mind and just forgot about it. That's usually rubbish if it's like that, if you don't use it, right? You keep accumulating and you don't use it, it's no use at all. You're just wasting your time, your energy, and your attention. That's no good. In conclusion, I'm not telling you to not ever consume. I'm just telling you to take in moderation, because we usually have a tendency as in overconsumption, which is an addiction to keep consuming. Whatever, it could be food, it could be information, it could be knowledge, it could be anything that we targeted our attention to. So take things in moderation. Moderation is the key. Know that when is the time to consume, when is not the time to consume. You can learn this, you will know this when you do it enough. At the end, why would you want to give yourself a terrible bloating and stomach ache when you eat too much, right? Try to digest it first, rest, relax, integrate what you have learned and gathered so far, and embody it daily in your practice. As in, you breathe it, you talk it, you live it moment by moment, and you practice it to know it until it becomes your second nature. If you like what I have been sharing so far and would like to get more information, please give this video a like, subscribe, and click the notification bell for more videos like this in the future. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon again.